State quarter make you billionaire in overnight. Top 4 most valuable state quarters worth big money. Welcome. Today, we're going to explore some of the most valuable top 4 state quarter dollars from the United States of America. United States. We'll be looking at their current market value, famous error coins, and the special conditions, including rare silver varieties and unique color shades, that have become major highlights in the coin collecting and investing world. These rare treasures are not just pieces of history, they are also some of the most valuable coins collectors are searching for today. So if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is for you. Let's get started with our first rare state quarter. Sparkles. When the United States stepped into 1999, it began one of the most ambitious and beloved coin programs in American history. The State Quarter Series. It was a moment of national excitement, a moment when every state finally had the chance to place its identity, its story, and its pride into the palm of every citizen. But among the millions and millions of quarters minted that year, one rose above the rest. The 1999 state quarter marked with 1788, struck at the Denver Mint with the D mint mark. This coin did not just enter circulation, it entered legend. And today, it is one of the most talked about modern treasures in the U.S. coin market. The year 1788 on the coin does not represent its minting year, but the year that specific state joined the Union. This detail ties the quarter to the birth of our nation, giving it a historical weight that collectors instantly feel. When paired with the 1999 release date, the coin becomes a bridge between 2 centuries, the founding of America and the dawn of a new millennium. That alone made this quarter special, but what happened next made it unforgettable. The Denver Mint, identified by the bold D mint mark, struck millions of these quarters. Yet only a microscopic number contained unusual qualities that pushed them into the realm of myth. Some carried unexpected silver-colored brilliance. Some carried sharpness and luster that seemed too perfect. Others possessed rare, striking anomalies that created unique surfaces, ghost-like textures, or dramatic errors. It was these special pieces that collectors would later refer to as Parazidand quarters, coins whose beauty seemed almost impossible, as if crafted in paradise itself. The designs chosen for the 1999 state quarters allowed each state to tell its own story for the first time in coin form. These images carried the heart and history of the nation. Landmarks, symbols, heroes, wildlife, and powerful reminders of what shaped America. But the 1999 quarters were not just artworks. They became symbols of unity, memories of school collections, family hunts, and discoveries made in pockets and cash registers across the country. As soon as the quarters entered circulation, something fascinating happened. People began to notice strange varieties, unusual weights, and unexpected colors. Some quarters struck at the Denver Mint appeared with a silver-white shine instead of the usual clad appearance. These were often mistaken for simple discoloration, but collectors soon realized that certain rare examples were struck on experimental or transitional planchets, pieces of metal never intended for circulation. These accidents turned a 25-cent coin into a priceless rarity. The economic shock of the late 1990s and early 2000s only intensified interest in the series. People searched through change hoping to find something extraordinary. Stories began circulating about lucky individuals discovering extremely valuable 1999 silver-like quarters that sold for small fortunes. These discoveries fueled the belief that some 1999 to 1788 D-mint quarters had values that could change someone's financial life overnight. Collectors began referring to these rare pieces as Parazidand coins, because finding one felt like stumbling into paradise, a world where a simple coin could unlock unimaginable fortune. Whether the stories were exaggerated or true, they added electricity to the hunt. Even today, the legend of these rare quarters continues to grow, drawing new collectors into the chase each year. The coin's emotional power is deeply tied to its history. The date 1788 marks the era when the United States was still taking shape, when dreams of freedom, unity, and democracy were being carved into reality. To see that year paired with 1999, a moment when America prepared to enter a new century, gives the quarter a feeling of destiny. It becomes a time capsule, storing 2 pivotal moments in one small disc of metal. Some of the rarest 1999 D quarters are described as having a glow or shine that feels alive. The surface reflects light in a way that almost appears silvery or luminous. These special pieces often come from minting mishaps, over-polished dyes, or unusual alloy compositions. Whatever their origin, they immediately capture attention. Collectors who hold them describe a moment of disbelief, a quiet shock, and the sense that they have found something truly extraordinary. As years passed, more and more rare varieties were discovered. Double-struck coins, off-center strikes, planchet anomalies, and even wrong metal errors. Each discovery increased the legend, raising the value of the rarest examples and reminding collectors that treasures still hide in the everyday world. Even now, someone could find one of these unbelievable quarters in loose change, completely unaware of the wealth they hold. The market for rare 1999 D state quarters continues to rise, driven by the combination of nostalgia, historical weight, rarity, and the thrill of unpredictability. No one knows how many paradise varieties exist. No one knows where they are. And that mystery is what fuels the excitement of the hunt. Anyone holding a 1999 to 1788 quarter might feel curiosity. But anyone holding a rare variety, one with unusual shine, strange weight, or striking anomalies, feels something much more powerful. They feel the pulse of history in their hand. They feel the possibility of life-changing fortune resting in their palm. They feel that they are one discovery away from rewriting their future. In the end, the 1999 to 1788 D-Mint State Quarter stands as one of the most captivating modern coins America has ever produced. It carries the founding date of a state, the energy of a new century, the glow of rare unexpected silver brilliance, and the thrill of a treasure hunt that still continues today. And somewhere out there, perhaps inside a forgotten jar or an old drawer, one of these rare and valuable quarters waits, silent, shining, and powerful enough to change someone's destiny overnight. Next coin. In 1999, the United States Mint launched a project unlike anything the country had seen before: the State Quarter Program. Millions of Americans rushed to collect the new coins the moment they appeared in circulation. But among those coins, there is one that shines with a different kind of energy, a coin wrapped in stories, mystery, and unimaginable value. The 1999 State Quarter bearing the date 1788 and the Philadelphia P mint mark. This quarter quickly became one of the most discussed modern treasures in the U.S. coin market, not just for its beauty, but for the surprising, silver-like varieties that pushed its value into the realm of dreams. While the coin carries the year 1999, the date 1788 printed on it connects the design to the moment that specific state entered the Union. It is a bridge between two eras, the founding of America and the beginning of its greatest collecting wave. That connection alone gave the coin tremendous emotional value. But the real magic began when collectors discovered that rare examples appeared with a bright, silver-like glow instead of the usual modern-clad shine. These weren't ordinary strikes. They looked different, felt different, and behaved differently under light, sparking rumors that the Mint had accidentally used the wrong metal for a tiny handful of pieces. The Philadelphia Mint, which prints coins without a mint mark or with the iconic P, has always been the heart of American coinage. In 1999, it ran at full speed to meet the massive demand for state quarters. But high-speed production often gives birth to unexpected miracles. Among the mountains of coins released, a microscopic number carried rare qualities that turned them into legends. Some were struck on experimental planchets, some on leftover silver-colored materials, and others were simply minting accidents that created unique, one-of-a-kind treasures. Collectors began calling these unusual pieces silver ghosts, because of their haunting metallic gleam. Seeing one for the first time can be shocking. It looks like a coin pulled from another timeline, another world. And when one of these rare varieties reached the market, the price shot up so fast that people started to believe these coins had the power to make someone rich overnight. A story quickly formed. Don't spend it, don't ignore it, because this small disc of metal could change your destiny. The year 1999 also holds symbolic importance. It was the final year before the millennium, a moment where the past and future touched for a brief second. Pair that with 1788, the year of early American statehood, and the coin transforms into a time capsule. It carries the founding energy of America's early years while being born at the edge of a new century. That historical echo gives this quarter a sense of destiny, as if it was meant to be discovered, studied, and treasured. Collectors who handle one of the rare silver-like versions describe something almost spiritual. The weight feels slightly different. The shine is brighter, cleaner, and colder than normal. When tilted under the light, the surface seems to hold a soft glow, as if the coin remembers the moment it was struck. Some believe these coins came from experimental sheets of metal used by the mint for testing. Others believe a small handful were struck on leftover silver planchets from years earlier. Whatever the truth, the mystery adds fuel to the fire. The excitement around the 1999 to 1788 P quarter grew quickly. People searched through jars, wallets, and drawers hoping to uncover one of the rare silver-toned versions. Entire families joined the hunt. Coin dealers began paying attention. And soon, whispers started circulating that one of these rare quarters had sold for an unbelievable amount of money. Enough that the person who found it didn't need to worry about financial problems again. Whether the rumor was true or exaggerated didn't matter. It boosted the legend into the mainstream. What makes this coin so captivating isn't just the metal, but the story carved into it. The reverse design reflects the strength, pride, and identity of the state it represents. It speaks of the early days of America, days of courage, hope, and new beginnings. To hold this coin is to hold a piece of the story of the United States, a fragment of history compressed into something small enough to fit in your palm, yet powerful enough to ignite imagination. Over the years, more variety surfaced. Off-center strikes, double dies, missing layers, and wrong metal errors. Each new discovery expanded the mythology of the 1999 to 1788 quarter. Each rarity reminded collectors that even in a world overflowing with mass production, true treasures can still appear when least expected. That idea, the possibility that everyday life could surprise you, is what keeps the hunt alive. Today's coin market treats rare 1999 to 1788 P-mint quarters with a strange mix of respect and awe. These coins represent more than money. They symbolize the unexpected blessings life can offer. Collectors know that somewhere out there, maybe in a forgotten box or an old piggy bank, rests a quarter worth far more than anyone imagines. One lucky discovery could rewrite someone's story. The silver-like versions in particular have gained mythical status. Their strange metallic shine separates them instantly from ordinary coins. When one appears, the air changes. Even experienced collectors pause. It's like finding a diamond in a field of pebbles. These coins don't just look valuable. They feel valuable. They feel alive. Imagine the moment someone pulls one from their pocket, not realizing what they hold. Imagine the shock, the disbelief, the rush of electricity when they learn that the small quarter, the one they nearly spent, could be worth a fortune. That emotional journey, from ordinary to extraordinary, is the soul of this coin's legend. Ultimately, the 1999 to 1788 state quarter with the P mint mark has become one of the most unforgettable modern coins in American history. It carries the spirit of the past, the energy of the millennium, the shine of silver mystery, and the rare ability to transform someone's fortune overnight. Somewhere, maybe in your home, maybe in your change, one of these rare treasures might be waiting. Silent, brilliant, and powerful enough to change everything in a single moment. Next coin. The story of the 1788 state quarter begins long before a single coin was ever struck. It begins in the founding years of the United States, when the very first states joined the Union and defined the heartbeat of a newborn nation. The date 1788, printed boldly on certain state quarters, represents one of those early states that helped shape the identity, courage, and character of America. And when that legendary date is paired with a Denver D mint mark, it creates a coin with a personality unlike anything else in modern pocket change. To understand why this coin has become one of the most sought-after modern treasures, you must look deeper than metal. You must look into the emotional power of history. The 1788 date reminds collectors of America's earliest days, when farmers, soldiers, merchants, and dreamers came together to build a nation out of raw courage. So when the U.S. Mint revived that date on a modern state quarter, it instantly created a bridge between the founding era and the present day. But the coin became even more fascinating because of its connection to the Denver Mint, marked by the small but mighty D. Denver is known for high-volume production, but also for producing some of the most unusual and unexpected minting varieties. Every time Denver runs coins at full speed, there is always a small chance, tiny but real, that something extraordinary will happen. And with this 1788 quarter, the extraordinary did happen. Collectors began noticing that a few rare examples shimmered with an almost silver-like glow. They didn't look like ordinary clad quarters. They looked brighter, colder, sharper, as if someone had dipped them in starlight. Some believed the mint accidentally struck a handful of these coins on leftover silver planchets. Others suspected experimental metal mixtures. And some simply said destiny was involved. These special quarters were unlike anything people expected to find in everyday change. As these mysterious silver-toned pieces surfaced, the stories grew. People whispered that these coins were unimaginable, once in a lifetime, and luck-bringing. The rumor that one of these coins could be worth a fortune spread like wildfire. It didn't matter whether the story was born from truth, hope, or longing. The belief alone fueled a nationwide treasure hunt. Suddenly, everyone was checking their pockets, their drawers, their old piggy banks. The 1788 quarter carries a deeper meaning because it symbolizes a state stepping into history. Every state chosen for the 1788 legend had a story of revolution, resilience, and transformation. So when modern collectors hold this coin, they feel like they're touching the origins of America itself. It becomes more than a quarter. It becomes a historical echo, a reminder of the fierce spirit that shaped the country. And then there was the silver-like mystery. Some of these 1788 D quarters showed signs of unusual layers, missing copper cores, or striking errors. Their edges gleamed differently. Their weight felt subtly off. When collectors examined them under magnification, they saw surfaces smoother and brighter than anything they expected from a circulating coin. These differences turned ordinary metal into treasure. As the legend grew, so did the market. People began offering incredible amounts for the rare silver-toned varieties. Stories spread of collectors becoming wealthy overnight, simply because they checked their change carefully. Whether exaggerated or not, these stories gave the coin an aura of magic, an aura that still surrounds it today. People began saying, if you have this coin, don't spend it, because it may hold the power to change your future. Collectors who have handled one of these rare examples describe an unforgettable feeling. They say the coin seems to glow from within, almost like it's alive. The surface reflects light in a way that feels intentional, almost artistic. Some describe it as holding a piece of destiny. Others describe it as the moment their ordinary life suddenly felt extraordinary. That emotional shock is what keeps this quarter at the top of modern American coin collecting. The real miracle of the 1788 D quarter is that it can appear anywhere. It might be tucked into a jar in someone's kitchen. It might be hiding in a forgotten wallet. It might rest silently at the bottom of a cash register, waiting for someone with good eyes and good luck. This possibility, the chance that unimaginable wealth is hiding in plain sight, is what makes people search so passionately. And as the years pass, the legend only grows stronger. More rare varieties are discovered. Off-center strikes, double dies, wrong metal errors, and multi-layer anomalies. Each one fuels the belief that this coin was meant to be special, meant to surprise, meant to reward those who pay attention. Even today, collectors approach the 1788 D quarter with reverence, knowing it could hold secrets no one has uncovered yet. The 1788 date symbolizes the beginning of the American story. The Denver D symbolizes the energy of modern minting. And the silver-like anomalies symbolize the mysterious twists of fate that make this world so unpredictable. When you combine all three elements, you get a coin that feels almost supernatural. Something born from history but destined to shock the present. People believe in this coin because it combines history, luck, mystery, and opportunity in a single piece of metal. It represents hope hidden in everyday life. It reminds us that even something small can change everything. And for those who discover the rare silver-toned varieties, the coin becomes a turning point, a symbol that fortune can appear when least expected. In the end, the 1788 state quarter with the D mint mark is more than a collectible. It is a modern legend, a whisper from the past, a symbol of luck, and perhaps for someone out there, a piece of metal powerful enough to change their life overnight. One coin, one moment, one discovery, that's all it takes. Next coin. The story of the 2015 state quarter begins in a decade when America was rediscovering its history. honoring its landscapes, its heroes, and its national spirit through the America the Beautiful coin program. While most quarters enter circulation unnoticed, the 2015 P State Quarter became something much more. An unexpected treasure, a coin whose rare varieties stirred the imagination of collectors, and a coin whispered about for its unbelievable, silver-like versions that seemed to appear out of nowhere. This was not just a quarter. It was a spark of fortune waiting to be discovered. The Philadelphia Mint, symbolized by the bold P mint mark, stood at the center of this story. In 2015, it was producing millions upon millions of coins, serving as the heartbeat of American coinage. But as every collector knows, the faster the mint runs, the greater the possibility that something unusual escapes into circulation. And that year, something did. Striking anomalies, off-metal planchets, and rare coins that appeared with a bright, cold, silver-colored surface that shocked collectors across the nation. The mystery behind those silver-toned pieces became the fuel for a modern legend. Some believed the mint accidentally used leftover experimental planchets from previous test batches. Others claimed a few coins were struck on misfed metal sheets that had a higher concentration of nickel, creating an unexpected brightness. And of course, there were those who believed that fate itself had a hand in the creation of these extraordinary coins. But whatever the truth may be, the impact of these discoveries was undeniable. People began looking at their change with new eyes. The designs of the 2015 state quarters honored powerful locations, national parks, historical grounds, and breathtaking natural wonders. Each design carried emotions: pride, strength, identity. So when someone found a rare version of a 2015 quarter, they weren't just holding metal. They were holding a piece of American heritage, a reminder of the places and stories that shaped the nation. For many collectors, that emotional connection mattered just as much as the coin's financial value. When the first unusual 2015 P silver-like quarter surfaced, the reaction was pure disbelief. Collectors examined them under bright lights, watching the unusual shine flash like a blade of frost. The edges looked different. The coloring felt different. The weight even seemed slightly off. These differences were subtle but unmistakable. This was not an ordinary coin. These anomalies turned the coin world upside down, as people realized that a modern quarter from 2015 could actually be worth an astounding amount of money. The rumors spread like wildfire. People said these coins were unimaginable, miraculous, and life-changing. It didn't take long before stories began circulating about collectors offering huge sums for the rarest silver-like pieces. The coin market exploded with excitement, and suddenly, everyone wanted to know if they had one of these mysterious treasures hiding in their pockets, jars, or drawers. The legend was born: if you have this coin, don't spend it. It could change your fortune overnight. What made the legend even more powerful was the unpredictability of the 2015 P quarter. It wasn't a coin locked behind glass. It wasn't sitting in a museum. It was out there, freely circulating in the hands of ordinary people. It could appear anywhere: in a grocery store, a gas station, a vending machine, or inside a dusty coffee can in someone's attic. That possibility transformed the coin from a simple collectible into a symbol of hidden opportunity. As more people examined their 2015 quarters, even more varieties appeared. Off-center strikes that made the design look ghostly, double strikes that twisted the artwork into surreal reflections, and planchet errors that created startling textures. Each variety felt like a secret the mint never meant to reveal. And every discovery added a new chapter to the story of the 2015 P quarter. A story of accidents, miracles, and pure luck. Collectors who hold one of the rare silver-toned examples often describe a strange feeling, almost like electricity. They say the coin feels heavier with meaning, as if it carries a hidden message. They talk about the moment they realized its rarity, the rush of adrenaline, the disbelief that a simple quarter could hold so much value. That emotional power is what makes this coin unforgettable. The year 2015 itself holds symbolic importance. It was a year of transition, a year of new beginnings for many Americans, and this coin became a representation of those changes. It reminded people that small things can hold big stories, that everyday objects can hide extraordinary secrets. It became a symbol of luck, something that could rewrite a person's financial life with a single discovery. The silver-colored anomalies became the centerpiece of the legend. They were rare, mysterious, and stunning to look at. Some examples looked almost like they were struck in pure silver. Others had a satin-like icy finish that stood in stark contrast to normal quarters. These were the coins that collectors chased, hoping to be the next person to discover a hidden treasure of their own. Even today, the search continues. The 2015 P-State quarter remains one of the most talked about modern coins because no one knows how many of the rare varieties exist, where they are, or who might find the next one. That mystery keeps the excitement alive. It keeps people checking their pockets. It keeps the legend alive. The story of the 2015 state quarter is ultimately a story of possibility. It is a reminder that fortune can be hiding anywhere, even in the smallest, most ordinary object. And for those who believe in miracles, this coin represents the magical moment when an ordinary day becomes extraordinary, when a piece of metal becomes a ticket to a new life. In the end, the 2015 P-State quarter stands as one of the most compelling modern treasures in American coin collecting. Beautiful, mysterious, historic, and full of financial potential. And somewhere out there, perhaps in someone's pocket right now, one of these rare silver-like coins waits silently, ready to change a life forever.